I'm Chris Miller from NBC Sports Washington. We're going to have a very good conversation today discussing character and addressing racism in hockey. And I'm with a panel that really can speak on a lot of those issues and kind of helping us do better. Gentlemen, I appreciate your time. This is going to be a robust conversation. Let's get right to it. Duante, I want to start with you. Can you just describe when you fell in love with the sport of hockey?
I joined a local Saturday program where you learn how to skate. And my mom signed me up because she always wanted to put me into different things outside of the norm for a young black person in Washington, D.C. And they had the Fort Dupont program in Fort Dupont Ice Arena. So I signed up. Coach Neal gave me my first pair of skates. I packed my little purple duffel bag, and he taught me how to be a man. The man that you're looking at right there is how I fell in love with hockey, for sure.
When you hear someone like Duante say you were one of the reasons why he got into the sport, how does that make you feel?
Well, it's an honor. He was like a son when I had him on the ice. He was easy to coach. He was willing to learn. He was eager to do extra things to help me along the ice when it was time to leave the ice on our ice time, because there's when I taught them what the other side of hockey was about, how to be and things to do.
Coach Laviolette, you coach at the highest level of hockey, but I'm sure you can probably recall the day that the sport really not only caught your eye, but kind of gave you the itch for competition. When was it?
Oh, I've been like a lot of young kids playing hockey. I started when I was 4 years old. My dad got me into hockey, and he owned a grocery store in Franklin, Massachusetts. And behind there was a pond, and it would freeze over in the winter. And my memories go back to when I really started to love hockey, probably through all of it. But I probably have to go back to pond hockey as being a big reason why kids fall in love with the game.
Duante, the character building part of it?
Well, we always moved with grace and with poise at Fort Dupont. Like whenever we went out of town to play, he said, you always represent Washington, D.C., you represent Fort Dupont, you represent me being Coach Neal, you represent your parents, but you represent yourself and your future. Your self-confidence and your self-worth on a day-to-day can get hit over and over and over again. And you never know who's watching. So you really can't, quote unquote, turn it off. You have to try to live the best way that you possibly can, because you're affecting your future with everything that you do.
Well, I told him from the beginning that whatever you do, you better do it in the proper manner, because you will be criticized. Don't let other people tell you who you are. You show them who you are. I see the heart of this kid. If he had it in him to come to me to want to play hockey, I got it in me to teach him how to play.
Duante, this panel is about character and really addressing racism within the sport. But can you kind of walk us through how you have dealt with racism in the sport?
When I was looking to play minor pro down south, a person said, you didn't make the team because our booster club president said we can only have one black player on a team. And this is a reason why I was, quote unquote, let go at the beginning of the season. And could you make a fuss about this? You can, but I was always taught just continue to grow and continue to be better. And that's how you help to move, quote unquote, our community and move the needles in the right direction.
Duante, if you don't mind, I just want to ask a follow-up on that. What year was that when you were cut from that team?
This was either 2012, 2013, very recently.
2012 and 2013. I just want people to hear that date to understand that this is still prevalent. This is something that is being dealt with on a daily basis. And even as young as Duante is, he is still dealing with racism, trying to make a team, probably qualified as a player, but because of the color of his skin was denied that opportunity. Coach, what do you think the responsibility is for coaches, administrators, referees, people that are in high-ranking jobs to make sure that we can do a better job of eradicating this?
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to what you want your locker room to be like, or what you want the world to be like. And so, to accept or to think that it's okay or to let those things happen, that's the responsibility of the coach to step in.
I know at USA Hockey Districts, we just played at districts, you have to sign a code of conduct that, again, states the exact same thing, that certain things should not happen. But what happens in between those 5 to 6 months is all up to the clubs. It's all up to the parents. It's all up to the coaches, the players, the referees, to hold individuals accountable. And speaking of what Coach Laviolette was just saying, it is as a coach, you get what you tolerate. And it starts with your friend groups. When somebody says a little joke that you know is not right, but you don't really want to step over that boundary and upset that friendship, you have to. It's not easy by any means to do the right thing at all times, but it is absolutely necessary.
A coach has a lot of strength when he shows it in the right way for his players, and it gives that coach the feeling that he has done what is right, instead of saying, I don't want to be bothered with it, so don't bring it to me.
And so what comes out of your mouth and what you project, I feel it's really important in so many different ways. The best chance of winning hockey games is to promote a healthy locker room, a place where players care about each other, a place where they will work hard for each other, and they will fight for each other.
Duante, the inclusion part of it, where is the sport in your opinion?
Well, I kind of grew up in a bubble at Fort Dupont, very insulated. It was a minority program, so I got a chance to experience, honestly, like Coach Laviolette said earlier with regards to pond hockey. I got a chance to experience the game just unimpeded. There was no racial stress at all. I got to just fall in love with hockey, so I felt very included. To the young ladies as well, like, here's hockey. It's a great sport. We have Lacey Eden from the Washington, D.C. area. She just won a national championship with Wisconsin. I honestly think the Washington Capitals doing so well as they did when she was young is the reason why she's currently in the position that she's in. We honestly just have to continue to share our love of hockey with everybody that we meet, and honestly go out of our way to reach different neighborhoods and different areas where hockey may not be the hot sport on everybody's tongue.
I think it needs to be open for the athletics of hockey to be shown. Show them being involved with the pro hockey team, the college hockey team, with the junior hockey team. Bring some of those in to work with some of the inner city youth, with some of the other youth hockey programs around, and mix it in so that people can see, hey, they got all sorts of hockey going on in Washington, D.C. But it has to be done on a regular basis. Don't wait till hockey season to do it.
Gentlemen, I just want to thank you for your opportunity, your time, just to sit here and have a great conversation with these coaches that are watching our panel. And this is just a reminder, this is just the start. This is the beginning of what we are looking to do, to have these conversations, to continue to move this forward. Coach Laviolette, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your free time now. You got a little free time, all right? Duante, again, great working with you today. I won't hold a Gonzaga thing against you. Hey, WCAC for life. And Coach Neal, I don't even know how to even say thank you enough for what you've done to impact kids, the sport, and what you've done for our community. Gentlemen, thank you so much for this great panel.